This perp back with another video, and I got out of just watching Arcadian. This is starring Nicolas Cage, Jaden Martelli, and a whole bunch of other people in this. But just to kind of give you a brief summary of what this movie is, it's a post-apocalyptic setting, and it starts off with the film having Nicolas Cage's character Paul, running, and it's just chaos. And then we see him holding these two babies, which are his two sons, and then it jumps into like 15 years into the future. They're a lot older, and basically after this whole post-apocalyptic event has happened, there's different communities and stuff like that kind of spread out. Like, people are all kind of spread out doing their own thing, staying to themselves. But there's these weird creatures that come out at night. Think of like a quiet place, minus like you having to be quiet. You just have to lock down your house, at night, and just don't go out. And you have Paul here being like the overprotective father, but also teaching his sons how to survive in case, some shit goes left or he's not in the picture, which they definitely do in this, which I kind of like this movie. It's definitely a slow burn for it only being an hour and 30. I feel like that first 30 minutes is really slow, but you kind of get to see what they're able to do and how they're able to survive, and a lot of interesting kind of world building. The creatures themselves are kind of hard to make out at times. They're a little goofy when you kind of see them up close, but the most terrifying thing about these creatures is when they're in groups, they kind of create this wheel thing. And when I saw that, if I ever saw that, I'd probably shit myself. But there's really no explanation exactly what the creatures are or where they came from. It's kind of just a mystery within the world itself, and they're able to adapt because that's what you learn from Joseph's character. He's more of like the scientist, not really, but he's always experimenting, but he wants to kind of learn about these creatures. Thomas, the character that's on the right or the left of Nicolas Cage, he's kind of more of the adventurous type of character. He's a bit reckless, what I'm saying. He always gets called out for showing up late because you have to be at the house before sunset. But he also finds his love interest in here, Charlotte, which has an interesting kind of thing. But I feel like this movie sets itself up to have another movie. It just kind of gives that vibe off, and I understand the themes that it was going for. This might not be everybody's cup of tea. Like I said, when they show off the monsters, it's very dark, so it's kind of hard to kind of make out exactly what the fuck is going on screen. But the monsters are definitely a threat, and they're very terrifying, and they do a good job of displaying how dangerous they are and why you need to kind of be prepared, because if you're not, you're just going to get caught lacking. And these things move very smart, and they move in groups. But overall, I enjoyed this movie. I think this should be on Shudder by next month. It's a Shudder movie. We'll have to wait and see. I don't know exactly the release date, but I think some people, if you're a fan of Nicolas Cage, don't expect too much from him. Like I said, there's a point in the movie where he kind of takes a back seat for a moment, but when he comes back in, he does some badass shit. So yeah, I liked it for the most part. I feel like it was a little slow. I kind of want to see more of this story, though. It leaves me intrigued, and I want to see these other places and just how the world works, and what I'm saying, and see these characters, because it seems like their story is not really done. It's just done for the moment. But if this ends up just being a one-off, I'm alright with it too. If y'all get around to checking this out, most likely you're going to have to wait till this hits Shudder, because I don't think this has a wide release. But if you do get around to checking it out, either way, in theaters or on streaming, let me know how you guys feel about it. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.